Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Zoo, where I really hope that the tourists do start using this path pretty soon because we need to put something in there to encourage them around. And talking about that, let's just go and have a quick look on the list whether we have any pandas for... We do. We've got one in there for 274 credits. You are my panda. It's the cheapest I've seen a panda so far, so I'm like, yep, quick, grab it while I can. Oh, there's a male for 400. Quick, get him. What do you mean I can't afford it? Oh, I only got 141. I was reading the guest number instead of the credit number. Right, so we have a female panda. We just need to try and greet enough guests. I think I already greeted this guest. Let's see. But if there are any more guests that come along to my zoo, then we need to do that. But we have one panda. And that is better than no pandas, right? So I'm going to go to animal trading and get her into quarantine. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave her in there for a little while because if I put her into quarantine and then send her off, she might get really unhappy because I think they might need to have not be on their own. Let's put it that way. Let's just have a quick look at Zoopedia for the giant panda. G for giant. And I do like the idea of just keeping the having different sections with different types of, because all the planting will be the same and stuff. So if you have sort of an Asian area, you can have all the cherry blossoms, just have loads of stuff of the same type, and then have a different sort of area over here with all the. I just like that idea. Yeah, I just think it's good. So you need. Oh no, hang on. You can have one panda on their own. Right. Pandas are really hard. I've forgotten as well. Pandas are really hard to breed to. So panda females are first off for 2 to 3 days a year. It's unlikely they'll meet a male at the right time. And if they do manage to mate, they'll be pregnant for between 95 and 160 days before giving birth to 1 or 2 very small cubs. If she has twins, she'll not care for both because she won't have enough milk. Cubs will stay with their mothers until they're 1.5 to 2 years old before going to establish their own territories. Well, reproduction in captivity, very difficult. So it's going to be hard, but we can have the panda on our own. Oh, one for 208. You see, if I could just sell off a couple of different animals that I've bred. We might manage it, you know. Let's go around and see if there's anything that I could... I need an animal that has grown up. Maybe one of the bongos or something. Because the bongos have had time to grow up. I've got to see which ones originally came from. See, one that's 13 years old. There's no way that's going to be. Bakari is like my prize bongo alpha male. No way. Ayula is currently pregnant. So I don't think I can sell her right now. No, she's not. She's not. She's had her baby. Just had her baby. And her baby actually has some decent... Oh, man. I'm like, do I just sell the bongo that just had a baby? So that one's still pregnant. That's a baby. Aziza. Could be sold. Because these babies are going to grow up. And then we're going to need to start selling off. I mean, I did want to sort of genetically, Ayula should go. Because the longevity gene is just pulling everything right down. Yeah, I think she does need to go. I'm sorry, little Baba. We'll find you there's lots of mamas to look after you, honestly. Right, now let's go and have a look at maybe the ostriches or something. See if I can find any of those. There's lots of ostrich babies that may have grown up. So let's have a look. 2.7 years old. Were you one of my originals? 16 years old. 2 years old. 2 years old. 21 years old. And 18 years old. Well, that male, is that male better than this male? Yes. So that's going to be a new breeding male. That will not sell for credits. Yeah, you need to go. There's terrible genetics on that one. That one's slightly better. So, you go back to the trade center. I'll see if I can get some credits for selling you. Okay, so the zebras, they're not old enough yet to be selling anybody off or releasing to the wild or whatever it is. So let's just do that. And I'm going to also need to quickly pop in another facility of mechanics workshop. Also, by the way, around here, I need to replace the paths because we've had some trouble with that. The paths that have been put in here are unfortunately not staff paths for some reason. Why wouldn't you have... I guess because they're going straight onto this path. So I might need to move them, take the paths away, and just redo everything. Vet research into bison, so they can just carry on with that. That's fine. My one vet. No power, apparently. Okay, we do need to do that. So, let's put in another power facility around here. I'll do. And low welfare on the bongos. They are probably feeling slightly overcrowded, so it's probably good that I have just sorted that out. Okay, let's go back to them. They're getting stressed because their group's too big. So I will need to get rid of someone else. So Zara's got really good. Okay, let's just have a look in the pen here. It's 8 animals, okay. Ayula's in the trade center. Latasha's pregnant. Harith, I haven't seen you. Where are you? You're in there. You're a Baban. Okay, Aziza. Let's have a look at you. Not great on a couple of things. I think you're going to the trade center too then. It's getting harder because the more of them are coming through with like half decent genes. Ali, you're like completely infertile there. Me too. So as soon as Ali is old enough, Ali will be getting moved on. Will probably be the one to take over. I'll see if that will calm them down a little bit. So that's off to the trade center. So are we feeling better now about social issues? No? Severe social welfare issues. Or basically too many of them. But it doesn't say that the social group is unbalanced because it's all babies. There's too many babies for the adult population. So hopefully... I don't should do anything like that. So hopefully soon the babies will grow up and then we'll feel a bit better about things. But in the meantime, I think I need to just make sure that there's some... Let's go in here. I need to make sure that there's a little bit of contraception going on in the bongo pen because there's too many babies and not enough adults. So, Ali is a juvenile. Harith is a juvenile. We got quite a few juvenile males that will need to be moved on. So I can't get rid of too many of the females. I'm hoping the next one to be born will be a female. We'll have to see. Because Zara's 13 years old now. Latasha is younger, 3 years, so that's fine. And Ayula is also that old. But Ayula's in the trade center. I'm selling off a little bit of the breeding stock there, but I don't mind too much. Because I've taken away some of the genetically not so great ones, and it'll just control the population a little bit. So I won't actually put any contraception on at the moment, just because the female population is right down. They can't have that many more babies. Okay, let's go to the trade center and see what we can do. Right, so I can release to the wild or trade for 16. I'll trade for 16. Oh, right. I can put the trade price up or down. Oh, fantastic. So say 145. So that's me like putting it up on the market rather than just straight up trading it. Trade. Let's try like 275 for her because she's got some issues with her genetics. Once I get ones with good genetics, I can charge a lot though. I'll try that. Uncommon ostrich. So that's going to be up for another hour. So we'll see. Either that will happen while we're online or later on. I'm not really sure. We'll have to see. I'm gonna trade you for... You've got decent genes. We'll try 230. I'm not gonna go like overboard with how much. And we'll see. We'll see what happens there. That'd be great if I can... There's low welfare on them still. They got too many babies. I'm gonna have to get rid of the boys, you see. But I can't send them to the trade center until they're non-juvenile. I believe that they come out of juvenileness at like 1 year though, so they shouldn't take too long. Okay, so my next little project, I'm gonna actually leave it to run for a bit so that some stuff can happen. Yeah, okay. The bongos are still low welfare, but they're feeling a bit better. Protesters have arrived. Wonderful. Just what I need. It could end up being that there's not enough adults. I don't know, really. But bongos are a little bit difficult. So what I might do in future is, you know, because they're quite fertile, I might decide on 1 or 2 that I want to have babies. And try and keep the adult population right. Because I've got something like 7 animals in there. And I think I should only have about 6. The guests are doing really well, and my finances are doing pretty well right now, so I'm quite happy with that. Oh yay, we're gonna have another pangolin. Now then. Oh no, they don't like me. I am gonna have to sell another one of the pangolins though. I wonder if anyone's gonna buy my stuff. Oh, that's the inspector. Inspector was not happy with Habitat 1. Habitat 6 was really good apparently. Habitat 2 is not so great. Which one's Habitat 1? That's the bongos, isn't it? Yeah, they were all really stressed out though. I'm still trying to sort their stress levels out. Ah, their stress is starting to improve, I think. Yes. Yes, so getting rid of one or two of the animals out of that group has helped considerably. Right, next, I want to just go and see what other friendos I can give to the ostriches. So what have we done so far? We've done zebras. And we've done ostriches. And I think that might be it. Interspecies. So we do not have warthogs, or wildebeest, or buffaloes, or springboks, or Thompson's gazelles, or sable antelopes. So there's a lot of stuff we can put in. I'm going to go get some African buffalo, so let's go and have a look. So they are 1 male and up to 40. So I need a male and 2 females. And I can have as many females as I like, but I need to really be careful of the males. Fair enough. So let's hope I can find some of those. So African. Man, there's loads of cool pandas here. Ah, I need to breed them. Okay, so we're going to take away the pandas for now. I don't have enough money for them until something sells, basically. So I'm going to try and get things to sell. It might be that I can't do this particular challenge, but at least I know how the selling works properly now, and I can know how to ask for what I want. I mean, one thing I could have done is checked what the lowest price was on... I might be able to even do that, actually. Check what the lowest price is on each species, and then change it down to that. I don't think I've charged particularly large amounts, though. Yay, mechanic research is done. Nice. We have a few mechanics now, so we could do some more stuff like staff facilities and food shops and stuff like that. Why not? Just get everything researched. Okay, so completely forgotten what I was doing there. Vet research is also complete. Hurrah! Oh, I finished off the American bison. Nice. Let's do some zebra research. Well, let's do some disease research. Because that might help in the future. I haven't had any diseases yet, but, you know, doesn't mean I won't. Alright. High amounts of litter still. Whatevs. Can I check that out? Can I check out, like... Education needs... I guess we're all pretty happy. Education... Is that a negative impact on guests? Power, water, temperature, habitat. I don't know what that's supposed to show. It shows me any escape points in the zoo, which is pretty useful. So it would show me, if I click on an animal, it can show me how they can escape from the zoo. It's pretty awesome. Alright, okay, so there's nothing that shows me really where the litter is congregating. It looks a little bit like it's still around this area. I put a bin there. I'll try putting some more bins around. How dare they? They're litter all over my zoo. I gave them one whole bin. What more do they need? Oh, what am I doing? Facilities, all bin. I'm gonna put the bins on the path. There we are. Let's see if that encourages people. I'm going to go and have a look and see if the caretakers are doing okay or whether they seem to be overworked. The keepers are overworked. The caretakers are fine. So we shouldn't have litter problems. We may need to start using work zones. I can train them. Alright then. Have some training. Oh, no, I don't want to change your wages. That's fine. Energy. Staff room perk. Oh, so you give them perks in the staff room. I was watching FG earlier and she was doing perks for them. So if you go to the staff room, they can have some kind of perk apparently. Let's have a look. Oh, here we are. So a perk from each staff room. Staff healthcare, a social club, learning resources. I'll learn about their job, bringing their training date forward. Security office, better detection rates and ranges. Staff PR and a rec room. Oh right, so you can just put all these on. There's one per staff room, I guess. I think I'm going to put healthcare so that they're less resilient against. They're more resilient against being overworked. And we've got a staff room over here. So what's going to be this staff room perk? This one can have healthcare. No. Learning resources. So now if I go back and see them, then can we see their staff room perk? So I guess that's just when they go back to this. Oh yeah, there we are. That one's got healthcare because they've been in that staff room. Now it looks like we don't have enough keepers. We don't have enough mechanics. The security guards have got nothing to do. And the vendors are like totally overworked. And so are the vets. I want maybe a relief vendor or two. I will give them 2 more vendors, okay? I will give them 1 more keeper. I will give them 1 more vet. And the vet can do some more vet research as well. Hurrah! I have new barriers. Fantastic. I wonder if I can search the litter topic and see if see what can be done about litter. Can I search litter? No. Well, that's not very good help, is it? Toilets, leaving, protesters, inspections, happiness, blurry, blurry, blur. Caretakers. They clean paths, empty the bins, clean toilets. I have no idea why the litter's so bad still. It looks like that is actually cleaning up though. Yeah, so caretaker is finally cleaning up all the litter. And hopefully people are using the new bins. I may put bins over here as well. Because it looks like they are struggling just along here for some reason. And I'm also going to put a bin either side of here. That'll do. Just so if they're walking around with their food or whatever, they can just chuck that litter somewhere else. Those are speakers. I need to sort out the education. A lot of it overlaps itself. And it shouldn't do. Right. I still haven't put my panda away. Right, the ostriches are fighting due to an incorrect sex ratio. Right, let's pause this and sort out that fight then, shall we? So it looks to me like there's too many male ostriches right now. Ostriches. We have 11 of them. 2 are male. We have Ali and AZ. And one in the trade center being sold. And also a little baby called Kari. Okay. So we want to have a look and see who has the best genetics. Whoever has the best genetics gets to stay. Azzy has a poor size, but the rest is good. And then you'd be the other one, matey. I can tell by your white plumage. Look at them all in the forage box. They're like, forage, forage, forage. And then that one's like, I wish I could be part of it. So Ali has the worst genetics out of the 2 of them, I would say. So Ali, your fate is sealed. You are off to be sold. Now. I want to go and have a look at all the animals that are in the animal trading center. Oh, another VIP. She-Lab is visiting me. That's me. I don't care. Oh, I can't. Apparently, I can't say hello to myself. But that gave me 20 more credits, which is great. Right, so I wanna go and have a look at the animal trading. And I want to see... Did they sell? What I'm putting them up on the market for. I see my market trading. No, I put them up and then... okay. I want to go have a look at the ostriches, and then I want to put my ostrich there up for less than the cheapest ostrich, basically. So let's take the pandas out for now. This is like trading in Eve. Have a look. So, cheapest ostrich right now. Oh my goodness, there's some really cheapo ostriches. But they have like all reds. Mine is better than that. But yeah, I'm going to struggle to sell ostriches for what I'm trying to sell them for. Haha, no. Oh gosh, there's loads of really cheap ones. Wow, typical. Bleeding amazing ones going for like 27 buckaroonies. Gosh. Didn't realize that. Earlier on, they were barely any of them. Okay. If I wanted, I could get some amazing ostriches. Look. Okay, let's have a look at the bongos and just see like what kind of prices they're going for. We can get some of those for like 20, 25. Their price is going right down. And like you get really good ones for like, gold star ones. For really not much money at all. Okay, yeah, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough to earn that. Earn that pennyage. So how about the plain zebras? Yeah, they start at like 25 as well. Oh dear. What about reticulated giraffes then? Seeing as everything seems to be so cheap right now. Everything I already have is cheap. No, giraffes are like 200, of course. Man. This is not going to go well then. So, Ali, how much would you go for? Oh, right. Ali is an older ostrich, so he's a quick trade anyway. It's fine. Well, we'll see how we do selling them. I mean, maybe Aziza might go, because Aziza has a nice... Ugh. I don't think I'm selling them for what they're being up for, to be honest. Never mind. It's cool. Gotta wait for my bongos to grow up. I can sell loads of them for, like, very small amounts of money. It's fine. That research is complete. Yay, we will be more protected against Campylobacteriosis and everything. See, I figure it's worth researching the diseases in a zoo that's going to be constantly growing like that. So, adopt a habitat species. Alright. Increase my conservation rating. Info center profits. Okay, so it's fine. I really want to, like, breed pandas with the rest of them. But that may not be happening. Oh, another VIP guest. Say hello. Get more credits. This is the best way to get credits right now. Can't say hello to Shilab because Shilab is me. Still high litter. Okay. Okay, the litter is starting to float around here now. So I'm going to put some bins in. I'm just following the litter around and slowly putting things in. Slowly putting the bins in around here. Maybe put a couple over here. I don't know why I'm putting them in twos. But I did put bins right there, look. How are the caretakers feeling? Are they overstressed? The keepers are overstressed. The caretakers seem alright. And even some of them are on low workload. Mechanics have slightly higher workload. Or efficient. So we could do with maybe one more mechanic there. Low workload. Vendors are still very highly worked. And one vet is high, one is efficient. Okay. Let's have a look at my stars. So, the marketing has gone right up. That's great. The animal rating is good. The guest happiness is fantastic. Conservation rating. I need to release more animals into the wild. We're getting there with that, though. Getting there. Okay, so let's have a look who's in here now. Barrier's still decent. It's fine. So, we have a male, 2 males, and some females. So, I think what we need to do, we're going to have to get rid of the new male or the old male, depending. could have higher food quality. I like to give them the best food. Because they deserve it. You know, they do a lot of running around, doing nothing. Eating and playing with things and stuff. So, I want to give them their little friends. They have a particular little friend, so they're the American bison. And they like to be in there with the pronghorn antelope. So let's go and find some pronghorn antelopes and just finish this pen off. I know, I really want a giraffe. I'm gonna have to get 2, I think. I need to keep looking just in case there's a male panda that's in there really cheap. Keep looking. Every time I go in here, I'm gonna look for the pandas just in case there is one that's for like 180 or less. Okay, there is not though. That's fine. So it's pronghorns. Let's see what we've got there. The bongos are fighting again, so I'm going to need to go and sort those out. That's terrible genetics on that one and that one. Okay, I'm going to buy you. I'm going to buy you. I'm going to buy you. No, I'm not, because your fertility is 0. Going to buy you? No. Going to buy you? No. Going to buy you? Gee. Some blinking awful ones. Right, you for 30. Okay. I'm going to go to the trade centre and move them all into quarantine. So that's 3 pronghorn antelopes. I didn't actually have a look at their zoopedia. I imagine a male and 2 females is probably going to be okay for antelope, but they do tend to want to fight for dominance and things. Yeah, 1 male and up to 10 females. They can live on their own if they need to. Fine. That's fine. And they keep breeding till they die. Good to know. So let's hop over to quarantine and sort them out. Oh, who have I put into... Oh no, put you into quarantine. You into quarantine. And you into quarantine. Hey. That research is complete. Very good. And also mechanic research is complete. Oh look, nothing to do. Let's start on the next disease, shall we? So we have completed... Oh, they can carry on with food shops, that's fine. Righty McHo then. Just waiting for these guys to come out of quarantine. Oh yes, let's sort out these bongos. Spend half my life sorting out these bongos. So I think I knew that Bakari and Harith are both now mature. So who is better? I think it is Bakari. I think Harith needs to go. Fertility 83, 83. Let's have a look at Bakari. Yeah, Bakari is like far superior. Harith, you are off to the trade centre. You're quite a good little bongo, but you just can't stay. Sorry, dude. And we're gonna need to trade you. So let's have a look at what kind of prices bongos are generally going for. No. All the notifications are over my thing. Ah, meh. Right, bongos on. Pronghorn antelope off. Filter. So you can get some just for cash. Let's have a look. So there's some quite good ones even for like 20. So let's have a look. I wonder if I should just sell things on. Just take them off the market and sell them on. Because honestly, the bongos... Yeah, I can sell him for more. Just releasing to the wild. And that will help my conservation. Quarantine passed. I'm just going to play with my animal trading for a minute longer though. I'm going to cancel that and release to the wild. Like I say, this is all good from a conservation rating, and these things, these animals are not, they breed all the blinking time, so I'm probably going to just be able to just keep selling them on. So that's increasing my zoo rating, you see, as I'm releasing them all to the wild. So that's kind of really helping. I think I got a little, yay, conservation of 1 star. My info center is still doing rubbish. Maybe it's not just from one kiosk though. If I had a second kiosk somewhere. Don't know. That might be good. Anyway. Those are just like extras. They're just optional extras. So animal trading again. And let's see what else. So we've got Aziza the bongo. We'll cancel that and we'll see what releasing to the wild would be. As much as a trade there. So release. We're now up at 226. I have seen giant pandas for that much. So let's just go and have another quick look. To keep it on giant pandas for a little while. And as I get more and more animals to sort of release into the wild or to sell, we'll be doing fine. See, they're expensive now. Expensive pandas. And because you can only really put them up for an hour, it doesn't help either. But we'll keep going. We will keep going because these guys are just going to keep maturing. Right, so it's time. It is time for these guys. In fact, probably the best place to go is into here. And just go and click on them. We have quite a lot of pangolins. Oh dearie me, we have a lot of what happened to there's no way they can be happy in there. They're happy in groups of 3. Okay, I'm going to need to sort them out. It hasn't told me that the pangolins are unhappy though. Maybe they split off into 2 groups. Right, what was I doing? I was trying to... I've completely forgotten. Oh yeah, these guys into their habitat. Move. To habitat 5. And they may need some like hard... Oh, look at their... They got watermelons. They got watermelons for their food. Oh, this is because they've been given like the better food, I think. So they get cool food with watermelons in it. Mmm. That's awesome. Right, we need to sort these pangolins out. Oh my goodness me. They must be really unhappy. They're only meant to be in a group of 3. So what we need to do is to find the bestest ones. There's one that's pregnant. How many males do we have? Too many males. We'll release some into the wild, I think. I need to know how many I have. I have 1 male and loads of females. I got 4 females and 1 male, but 7 animals. Wow. Don't get that. Oh, right, 2 are probably... Some are babies. That's what... Oh, so that's why we're kind of alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baby, baby, baby. Okay, so I want to know who to sell. So at the moment, I think that one is pregnant, possibly. Don't sell pregnant ones. 11 years old. Really poor immunity. Yeah, you can go. That's a baby, that's a baby, I think. You're a pregnant one. You have awful genetics. You're going. So you've got some good genetics coming through. But we should only really have 3 adults. Oh, Bowden, you count as an adult now. Right, so the other male needs to go then. Need to find the other male. Wing Shan. So you're... That's one of the originals. That's one of the original males. Very old. Genetics are nowhere near as good, so bye-bye. Oh no, put him into quarantine. Cancel that move. Wants to go to the trade center. So we've got some pangolins we can trade, and I don't know whether pangolins are good to trade or not. We'll have to see. Probably not, because I've gone for things that you can get for just normal credits. So far, Wing Shan's got like some good ratings there though. We can release them to the wild, or we can try and sell. So what I want to see is, with the Chinese pangolins, how much they're going for. And am I likely to be able to make any good money on that or not? Okay. Just going to take the pandas out. Oh, there are male pandas for not too much money. Right, okay. Okay. Don't panic. Right, so now I have 252. I think that will be enough to buy a male panda. If I'm quick. No! It went! Rats. I tried. Now back to 600 again. Darn it. Can't afford that. All the way up to like 2,000. It's terrible. Oh no! Now I've got animal escapes while I was waiting for the blinking pandas. Okay. Stop! I sent loads of pangolins to blinking quarantine. Right, so they need to move to the trade center. The pangaloons. I've given them plenty of mechanics. I don't understand why the bongos do keep escaping. I may need to up their barrier. I'm gonna have to have a look at that on a sort of permanent basis. So I find these pangolins, a Chinese pangolin, and there are some in quarantine. that shouldn't have been in quarantine, but never mind. And they need to go to the trade center. I did not say for her to go there. Okay, so they're going to trade center. Then let's go and have a look at the bongo's pen. I've gotten out the front by the looks of it. And honestly, I'll just pay to have them put back in because I'm making good money. But I can't believe that though. Sucks. So what I think has probably happened there. Oh. Yeah. What I think has probably happened there is that get that off my hotbar. It is that, yeah, I think the glass bit of the barrier might be too small there. Might be too low durability. So I may need to put something else there instead. Who else has escaped then? So we've got a list of who has escaped. You have escaped. And that's it. That's just 2. Okay, so the pangolins have been sorted out and they're ready to leave. And they should be in the trade center by now, hopefully. But the bongos, they're just not happy right now. Oh, but apparently they are. Whatever. Okay, let's go to animal trading and see if the pangolins will get us anything. Okay, they've not actually gotten into storage yet. Oh, there we are. Okay. So what I wanted to do while I was looking at the animal market and I was just having a giant wobbly because I was like, oh, I can maybe afford a giant panda, hurrah! These are going to go so fast. What? I just sorted that out. Yeah. Wanting to do my trading and things just keep escaping all over the place. So I think it's the bongos again, possibly, and their barriers need to be sorted out. Just hit my toenail. I've got nails sticking out of my desk that need to be removed. Let's put it that way. Owie, ow. Oh, that was sore. Okay, never mind. I may have to end the episode in a second anyway, but that might have to come a little earlier because, ow. Avak had this desk at one point and he wanted to hang up, a power strip on the back of the desk, on the cross section. The problem is I cross my legs and then I like run my feet along the back. And I catch myself on it all the time. And really, I should just get a hammer and pull them out. Okay. Rant over. Pangolins. Chinese pangolins. How much did they go for? Oh. 50. Okay. And then 230. And the one's going for 50. He's got terrible genes. Really low fertility. I could ask 200 for mine, I reckon, and still sell them. Or even 150 or something. Let's try it. Are any of them... Right, that one will trade. Let's try you for 150 and let's see if we can get that for you at least. 145, that'll do. And you just need to quick trade away because you're a one that was just bought. Okay, let's check out the pandas again. Oh, really? People are adding them for pathetically low amounts again. Ah, why do they always do this? Just keeping an eye on these giant pandas because they're coming up all the time because of the event, I guess. Though I keep refreshing it, I may see one come in at like... Oh, they're females. I need a male. There looks like there's a lot. You almost have to just sit and refresh the list. And see if a male comes up at the right price. And if it does, I'm just going to nab it. Problem is, if I nab it, there's other people probably sitting doing this right now. Trying to get the pandas. It's a female again. But it's changing all the time, look. And then they're gone. They're coming up and they're gone. So when it comes time for a particular breeding thing... Oh, 399, can't afford it. Keep going. Now they're 750. The ones for 600 are going. Oh my goodness me. That's terrible. So what I may do is just sit off camera and just keep clicking through like I was doing. I'm not going to sit and do that in front of you guys. And just keep clicking and keep clicking and keep clicking until I find a male panda. And then we'll see if... and then we'll play around with that next time. See if I can find one. I might be able to. I might not. That will be the challenge. So what we got this time was these guys. Their welfare... Oh no, that's the bison. So let's see. The pronghorn antelope, they're pretty well happy with their habitat. They're going to need some hard shelters in there, and that will make them super happy. That won't take me too long to do before the end of the episode, so why not just make them super happy? So let's just find one that's appropriately large for a pronghorn antelope. Prong. Oh, they like these ones apparently, metal shelters, and some of the bigger wooden shelters. Let's get them a nice big wooden shelter. Let me pop it in at the back there, and they can just have some fun. Let's see if that'll make them happy. Yes, it does. They could do with a little bit of a tweak to the terrain. And they could maybe do with a second hard shelter. Oh, and the bongos have escaped. I forgot about that. I thought I fixed their barrier though. The barrier's at 0. And it has a big hole in over here. Ugh. Okay, what time are we at? Okay, we have time to sort that out. Right, so that's fixed that. I need to call a mechanic straight over. And then what I need to do is to have a little look at this and see why they're struggling with it. So what I want to do is go and have a look at the Zoopedia, and I want to see, because it's always the bongo one that's going. So I either need to assign more people to be, you know, looking at it more often. Or what I need to do is give them a bigger barrier. Give them a more robust barrier. So it only apparently needs a boundary requirement of grade 2. So it should be fine. So I believe that what's wrong here is emergency captures costing me a fortune. So what's wrong here is either the animals are just constantly getting really unhappy. I have 4 mechanics. I should be able to get mechanics over to these areas. The vet research is also complete. So we've done some disease research. So what I want to do over here then is to... I believe I can go into the barrier itself. And I can... I'm sure there was a barrier maintenance thing. There we are. So I've got no work keepers assigned to a work zone containing this habitat. Mechanic comes every year. No. The mechanic comes to this pen every 3 months. Thank you very much. That should help quite a lot, hopefully. And with this one, the mechanic comes every 6 months. Because that clearly isn't enough, how often they're coming around those 2 pens. Okay, so it's twice as often and that one's coming around 4 times as often. That should help that out quite considerably. If the mechanics then look like they're overworked, I will get another one for them. They're not saying they're overworked though. One of the caretakers is idle. Oh my goodness me. Vendors are still looking quite overworked. I may need more of those. But the mechanics look okay. They look efficient. And a little bit of a high workload on 2 of them. That's fine. I don't like to overstaff things until I'm very secure in my profit margin. Which at the moment is still a little sketchy in my opinion. I'd like it to be over 10k if I can. Alright, I'm going to have a quick look as well. I'll probably do it next time actually. Next time we'll have a little look at my marketing and just see if that has run out. Because it could be a thing. Alright, so I've got some more money coming in from my things there. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, it's looking good. But there's a few things I could do to improve it. And just before we go, check on these pandas again. No, they're still on 660. So as I say, I'll go away. I'll click on the panda button like a few times for like 10 minutes or so, and we'll see if a panda comes up in my price range. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Planet Zoo, then please do subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.